Okay, hello, welcome back to Let's Run Shadowrun Hong Kong, and the last video did not run over. I had forgotten to start the timer. Slight difference, but it was only 19 minutes, maybe close to 20. And last video, I really royally screwed up a tutorial fight. Yay! So we're going to try this again, and try not to get game over in the second fight. Third possible fight. So we know there's going to be somebody coming from over here. I'm not going to rush to go beat him this time. I am, however, going to apply... Ooh, that's a place I need to sit. I might also want to bring a spirit into play. Okay. There is going to be... a sniper way down the line taking shots at us. So, over here, let's try to reduce. Shy Dwarf is going to go straight to cover. Oh, you were bleeding 7, that's why you just bled out. 14 damage just out of nowhere. By the way, I did screw up the fight with the smugglers too, and I had to spend resources to heal people up. So I'm coming into this with less than I really should have. Yay. Yep. Okay. That's probably not the smartest idea. Oh, you still have a... Yep, I'm going to move over here. Gobbet. Let's do is first. Let's deactivate those drawings. And then take a aim shot. Not terribly much better. And take a 2 actions straight over here. There is something to summon over there. And there's going to be a sniper in a little bit. Slow movement -2. Yay. 14 damage. Okay, not close enough. So I'm just going to get you into cover. I do not have that, but I do have that. So, I am going to get you into cover. There we go. Gobbet. AoE spray and pray. Burst fire. You missed. Oh, wow. You missed. That's not good. Monsoon. It has 4 AP. Strips 2 damage. And this one, Hydro Daggers. Does this do any damage? It does do damage. Oh, nice. Do I have enough HP to get to you? Nope. AP, I mean. Okay. Move forward. Nope. Bad idea. Missed. Good. We're out of line of the sniper, except for her. Oh! The sniper's attacking the elemental. That's perfect. Just move yourself way on down there. Okay. Keep the mage. Ow. Ow. Good. Actually, Duncan, can you... You can't. Keep moving. There's our exit. Let's move the people that are way, way far back behind us first. Should probably have given someone haste, but she's way far back there. Did the thing get unsummoned? It looks like it did. You can't quite get out. Oh, there's more coming behind us. Oof. Okay. Gobbet. Okay, Duncan. You escape. You're not adding much to the fight right now anyway. And need to get you a pistol. It's a lot of miss. Where is that friggin' sniper. There we go. Frackin'. Not frack. Frack is... No, this is... Frack is Battlestar Galactica. Drek. That's what I need. The rat shaman guides you from the doorway on the street through an eternity of winding alleys, damp sub-basements, and empty buildings. Stumbling through refuse and filth, you make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbor. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, sniffs, and wipes her eyes with the back of her wrist. The back of her wrist. She wipes her eyes with the back of her board game. Her rats squeak softly in the folds of her clothing. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the sewer, you can see they're nearly the same age, no more than 20, 21 tops. That's the thing, only some elves are immortal. Most elves and orcs and dwarves have around about the same age. Elves will live a little bit longer, and orcs will live a little bit less, but yeah. What were their names? She keeps her head down and tells it to the floor. The troll you were talking to was Nightjar. He was our friend. The elf was called Gutshot. Kind of an asshole, but I didn't need to see his head splattered everywhere like that. Nightjar was a good guy. Always had our backs. Isabel's in mine. She inhales a cleansing breath. Isabel nods in agreement. Oh, okay. Her voice is flat. Rare to find a runner that you can actually trust. She looks to her friend. Are we clear? Excuse me again on the coughing. Gobbet looks back the way you came. I think we've shaken them. She sniffs the air. Yeah, we're clear. Wu begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer water, creating echoes down the tunnel. You can feel the tension coming off him in waves. This is bullshit. I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from cops. He pokes a thumb at his chest and spits his anger forth in a raspy growl. For fuck's sake, I am a cop! We noticed. We noticed. There's a Lone Star Sergeant dead back there. Damn it, she was... Wu starts to choke up. He struggles against it, fighting to maintain control, but he needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to pull it together, but he's raw. When he speaks again, his voice is seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Hong Kong cops, but I'm going to call in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm going to get some of my own people down here. Then we're going to find Raymond and figure out what the hell's going on. The little orc shrugs. Whatever you say, big guy. You have fun with that. Iz and I are out of here. Best of luck finding your friend. She looks over at her friend. They both nod. He's not our friend. He's our foster father. She looks straight at you. Her tone is flat. And he's probably a dead man. Sorry, but it's the truth. Wu isn't listening. You can see on his face that he's already written the orc girl off. He pulls his security-grade PDA from its holster on his left leg, raises it, and starts tapping the buttons with a meaty finger. The Lone Star logo on the back of the device looks shiny and official. He stops, confused. Then he taps it again harder. The red flashing image on the PDA reflects in his goggles. What the hell? I'm locked out of the network. He looks at you. My law enforcement status has been revoked. I don't believe it. This is saying there's an APB out on us, Keeleen. You and me both. I figured as much. You heard them on the loudspeaker. They knew our names. Wu glares at the wall, a storm raging across his face. Fucking hell. His hand clenches into a fist around his PDA. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward as if to punch the wall, his knuckles rapping against it softly, a pantomime of barely constrained rage. Suddenly he turns and slings his PDA at the far wall. It hits, hard, bounces back and clatters to the ground at his feet. He looks down at it, spent. The orc mouths an okay to herself, eyebrows raised. And on that note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isabel, let's... She's cut off by a sudden smashing noise as her friend's boot comes crashing down on the PDA at Wu's feet. The dwarf looks down at her work, unsatisfied, and brings her boot down again and again and again, until there's nothing left but a snarl of plastic housing, broken glass, and circuit board. She looks at Wu, her chest heaving, and points at the pile of scrap she's created. Police issued. They can trace you through that. She turns to you, hand out. Yours too. It's on the network. Well, there go all my free upgrade points. Hand her the PDA. Oh, I can smash it myself. We bury our own. You crush the PDA to shreds under your foot while Isabel looks on blankly. Good. She looks over at Gobbet. I'm using Glory's voice for her, aren't I? She looks over at Gobbet, sighs, and then reaches into her jacket pocket, pulling out 2 new PDAs. She hands them up to you and Duncan. Burners, I suppose it's the least we could do after your help back there. Got any snacks in there? I'm getting a bit peckish. Isabel isn't listening. She is staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, a bluish glow illuminating her horrified expression. Gobbet, we gotta go right now. Isabel's voice. Excuse me, I should do that better. I should read the instruction before I read the voices. Isabel's voice is monotone but emphatic. She holds up her PDA to shoulder her friend. Gobbet, we got to go right now. They're after us too. Her screen displays a local newscast. Your own face stares back at you from the upper left corner of the screen. And in breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in a firefight with members of a terrorist cell linked to the mainland state of Henan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead, along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. Your image winks out, replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago, before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle natives Duncan Wu and Killeen Vickers, along with their Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They are well armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of Gobbet and Isabel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. Excuse me. The color drains out of Gobbet's face. Oh, shit. Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell, known as the White Star, maintains ties to the state of Henan. It is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from an anti-corporate groups in the UCAS city-state of Seattle. Port authorities are standing on high alert, and the Hong Kong Police Force's Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Behind the newscaster, a video window displays the location of your firefight in Victoria Harbor. The camera pans to Chief Inspector Crate. She is surrounded by a swarm of news reporters, but appears unfazed by the attention. She speaks with supreme confidence. We have yet to ascertain the motive for tonight's attack, but there was clearly a well-planned and coordinated effort. I have no idea what accent I am doing. I am just doing some sort of accent. Crate sounds smooth, more like a corporate mouthpiece than a cop, which she's a cop. That's the same thing in Shadowrun. We have already issued an all-points bulletin along with a kill or capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists. I have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. She looks directly into the camera. If you should see one or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in the HKPF flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you are on an unauthorized network and take a picture, our system will automatically identify them in your data stream. The Decker switches off the newscast and clips her PDA back onto her belt. For a moment there's no sound but the roar of sewer water rushing through the pipes. Gobbet bends over, hands on her knees, sucking wind. Her rats scurry for new position. I thought we were fucked before. Wu's voice is eerily calm, but now we are well and truly fucked. We'll deal with it, Duncan. We always do. Not this time, Killeen. He begins stalking back and forth, a panther in a cage. They've labeled us terrorists, and there's an APB out on us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. It doesn't matter if we have nothing to do with that whatever city-state. They're going to hunt us down. It's open season. And the 2 of us would be hunted down right alongside you. Isabel nudges the remains of Wu's PDA with her booted toe. Gobbet wide eyes the exit, tight as a spring. You can hear the shallow panting as she leans towards one, then the other. We gotta go deep. Hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out. Find a hole to crawl into. Gobbet looks at Isabel, wipes her mouth, and points at you and Duncan. We've got to get them off the grid, too. Way off. Dwarf looks up at Duncan and her large eyes narrow. Hey, Lone Star, you've got a security license, right? That means you've got a SIN, too. Social identification number. Wu's brow furrows. Of course I have a SIN. I wouldn't be able to get paid without otherwise. Only criminals and lowlifes go sinless. That means that you can be traced. Both of you. You get spotted by a drone or a security camera, get ID'd by retinal scanner, or try to use your cred stick or passport, and the HKPF will know just where to find you. Runs her hands along her cyberdeck, thinking. Good grief, that cough is bad. I wasn't having this much trouble at school, and I did do a lot more talking. There. Wu crosses his arms across his chest. I know how system identification number works, Runner. We're going to have to burn our sins if we're going to survive this. The two women nod. You've got that right, Seattle. We're just as screwed as you are, me and Liz. We are listed as your accomplices, and we can't afford you to get caught. You'll lead them to us, one way or another. DNA samples, things we told you, astral residue, I don't know, cop stuff. I played her attitude a little bit different than I had been. I need to go back to the older attitude. I like playing her as the rookie a little bit. The little Decker looks from you to Wu, eyes narrowed, sizing you up. You can see her make a silent decision before she speaks. Her voice is flat, resigned. We need to get your sins burned. Delete you from the record books. All of them. All of them? Whoa, wait a minute. You want to just erase our identities? Wu rubs a hand across his scalp. Beyond the fact that it's insane, will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble their efforts to find us? Condescension seeps its way into Isabel's dry tone. Imagine playing a game of hide-and-seek with a siren strapped to your head. Would you rather try hide-and-seek and hide with the siren, or with the siren conspicuously absent? Smuggle myself to Seattle. Let's just get on with it. What do we have to do? I know her backstory a little. She's been through this before. Gobbet's voice drops. And my timer's about to go off, so this will be it. We gotta ask for help. There's only one person we know who has the kind of pull it takes to burn us in and hide us from the cops. Kindly Cheng. I'm guessing Kindly Cheng is some sort of underworld hard-ass. Like a walnut. She's what's known as a straw sandal, kind of a middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate. Their triad, Kindly Cheng, controls all the illegal activity in our neighborhood, smuggling, bootlegging, counterfeiting. Oh. Middle manager? Is the Yellow Lotus a syndicate or a retail outlet? Gobbet leans in, serious as death. Do not get the wrong impression. Kindly Cheng is no bureaucrat. She controls a good-sized portion of Kowloon's underworld. She has soldiers, resources, and she's smart. She is not to be underestimated. Taking favors from a woman like Kindly Shin is a good way to get yourself into indentured servitude. You don't want to owe favors to a woman like that. Isabel's voice is hollow and flat. Ideally, you don't want to deal with her at all. That was Nightjar's job. Her eyes get big, round. Nightjar's job? You mean you work with her? What did we just tell you? She's got her fingers in everything, including brokering Shadowruns for the corps. Corpse, excuse me. Kindly Corps would be marine, like Marines and such. Corpse is corporations. Kindly Cheng is our fixer. Gobbet tries to make her voice light, confident. Just stay on our good side and you'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's get this done before one of you trips the APB and brings all hell down upon us. Okay. I can finally save the game. Oh, I was playing with the same character model. Okay. Thought it looked familiar. Okay. So, it's going to at least be to the next video. And it's getting close to where I like to go to bed. So, I think that'll be it for this run of videos. That made me smile there a little bit. And I'll see you guys later. What kind of karma do I have? Just the one. I'll save that. So I'm going to go ahead and save again. And I'm not going to restart the level. And then I am going to... Oh, that's objectives. Get everyone out alive. Get exit to the main menu. See you guys later. It's fun to be doing another Shadowrun game.